widespread flash flood, Zamboanga City now braces for the gargantuan task of rehabilitation and reconstruction, even as relief and humanitarian efforts are being stepped up. We'd like to also sympathize with our sisters and brothers in Bohol and Cebu because of the 7th magnitude of the earthquake, and we have sent our message to Mayor Rama as well as Governor Ed Chato. While we are feeling from the impact of the 23-day man-made conflict and the week-long flash floods, we likewise commiserate with our brothers and sisters in Luzon and Visayas who are also suffering from the brunt of Typhoon Santi and Sino, and most recent, the 7.2 capacity earthquake in Bohol. From one calamity to the other, our city and our country in general is facing great trials, but our unceasing faith in divine providence and our resiliency and strength as one people remain to be our daily constant hope and guide. Over the past days, after two crises, we have seen some positive developments that all the more give us inspiration and hope, and that indeed we will rise from the ashes. Ay levanta ciudad de Zamboanga, la ciudad como siempre, en la Virgen Nuestra Señora del Pilar, de gayon deja ka natin. Ele siempre protege y tiyak ka natin todo. We thank and commend our police and military authorities for the peaceful and successful celebration of Fiesta Pilar and Eid al-Adha. Despite the inclement weather and the security challenges, throngs of people converged in Fort Pilar Shrine and the mosque for their religious devotion. The police and military, with the support of the radio groups and other stakeholders, did a splendid job in ensuring law and order during the celebrations. Once again, we urge people not to forward unverified text messages or share online posts that may create panic and fear. The people have been traumatized, and to have these unverified messages circulated will only worsen the situation. We have to get our facts correct and accurate through our police hotlines 117 and 166. Last Tuesday, I met with Colonel Obligacion and Engineer Rodrigo Sicat and the residents of Santa Catalina to discuss issues related to their return in the area in order for them to get valuable items left in their homes. We understand the concerns of the residents and all the evacuees and those displaced by the conflict in Zamboanga, but we need to extend a little more patience because we have to contend with some policies and guidelines set by the military and police in the conduct of the clearing operations in affected areas. Let us remain calm and follow the procedures, as these are for the good of everybody. A technical working group on phase-in, which will address all issues concerning ingress and egress of residents in the barangays, has been formed, and the city administrator, Antonio Arendayin, is on top of the situation. The group met with the security sector yesterday to set up rules of engagement once the areas of concern shall have been cleared and prepared for limited entry and exit of residents. We are in the process of collating and validating all data of the evacuees. Our Land, Housing, and Management Division, together with the city assessors, the city engineers, and the city department, are on a series of consultations and dialogues with the property owners and the residents affected by the conflict per barangay. This forms part of our rehabilitation and reconstruction program. Earlier, the CMC has just approved a resolution, but our main goal really is to build back better. On the other hand, the City Planning Office is taking a lead in the continuous search for temporary relocation, and later we will be giving updates on this matter. Yesterday, October 16, classes in all schools, including those inside the areas of concern, as well as the island barangays and even those used as evacuation centers, resumed for the second time since September 9 siege and the succeeding October 7 flash floods. We thank the DepEd for the different alternative modes being implemented and ensure that our school children are updated on their lessons. Earlier today, the CMC met to discuss relevant issues And one of the proposals approved is the reduction of curfew from 12 midnight to 4 in the morning. So we'd like to repeat, the curfew has been reduced now from 12 midnight to 4 a.m. citywide starting today. This has been in consultation with the business sector, with the police and military units, as well as other concerned groups. This will remain so until our police and military authorities will give us the clearance. This afternoon, I'm meeting with Secretary Dicky Soliman and Secretary Simpson, together with other officials from concerned agencies, to firm up our rehabilitation plan. On Saturday, there will be a game at the Lorenzo Gymnasium, the Moro Lorenzo Gymnasium at Ateneo de Manila. This fundraising is done by Nonoy Baltasatos together with Councilor Rowel Natividad, to be participated in by other senators for the city of Zamboanga, and would like to thank them. The rehabilitation plan is a gargantuan task, and the problem is our evacuation centers is overcrowding. And again, we really need to emphasize measures are already being undertaken to address the situation. Finally, we recently received a call from Ambassador Domecq of Spain, who informed us that the donation for the Zamboanga rehabilitation will be coursed through the UNICEF. However, please take note that just like the assistance from the USAID and the aid from the Spanish government will be coursed through individual UN organizations for the implementation and not the local government unit. So the procedure is from the international donors. The funds are coursed directly to the UN agencies, and no money whatsoever goes in the city government, nor the pocket of individuals in the city government, because this is directly to the UN WASH program, UN Humanitarian Program, and other partner agencies. Again, we assure everyone that transparency and accountability will continue to be our trust in the rehabilitation program. We would like to thank the Nurses Association of the City of Zamboanga, who have given amount to the city, as well as Councilor Noning Biel, to the other partners that we have received assistance, and we're also expecting other donations coming in. As we continue with the relief and humanitarian efforts and the shift to recovery, rehabilitation, and reconstruction of the city, we remain confident that our Nuestra Señora La Virgen del Pilar will continue to envelope us in her mantle of protection and guidance to our Lord Jesus. Our faith and devotion to her will see us through as we move to rise from the ashes brought by 2 succeeding calamities, and 3 for that matter. So the question with a lot of people is, what is the city government doing after a month? This is our proposed Zamboanga City Relief, Humanitarian Recovery and Rehabilitation and Reconstruction